In the world of haunted objects, few things instill as much fear and dread as a simple, innocent-looking rag doll. A doll that bears no resemblance to cinematic monsters, yet the story behind it makes your skin crawl. This is the true story of the Annabelle doll, a doll that is now kept sealed in a glass case at the mysterious museum of Ed and Lorraine Warren, with a sign that reads, "Warning, do not open under any circumstances." But how did this doll become one of the most dangerous haunted objects in the world? To understand this, we need to go back to the year 1970. It all began with a birthday gift. Donna, a young nursing student, received the Raggedy Ann-style doll from her mother, a doll with red yarn hair and a simple face that was quite popular at the time. Donna and her roommate, Angie, lived in a small apartment and placed the new doll on Donna's bed as a decorative item. At first, everything seemed normal, but soon, strange things began to happen. Donna and Angie would return home from work or school to find the doll wasn't in its usual place. Sometimes, its arms or legs were positioned differently. Once, it was found with its legs crossed or sitting on another chair in the room. At first, they thought it was just a trick of the eye or that one of them had moved it and forgotten. But when the doll began appearing in different rooms entirely, they could no longer ignore the incidents. One day, they found the doll standing on a chair in the living room, something physically impossible for a soft rag doll with no support. The real fear began when the girls started finding mysterious notes, scraps of parchment paper written in a childlike handwriting, saying things like "help us" or "help Lou." Lou was Angie's fiancé and had disliked the doll from the beginning, believing there was something evil about it. The strange part was that Donna and Angie didn't even own parchment paper, so where were these notes coming from? The terror reached a new level one day when Donna noticed what looked like blood stains on the doll's hands and chest. It appeared that a red liquid was seeping from inside the doll itself. That's when the girls realized they were dealing with something far more sinister than a prank or hallucination. Lou, who had always despised the doll, became the main target of the unknown force. He begged Donna and Angie to get rid of it. One night, while dozing off on the couch, Lou had a terrifying nightmare. He felt someone choking him, and when he awoke, he saw Annabelle standing over him, staring directly into his eyes. But the worst was yet to come. On another day, when Lou and Angie were alone in the apartment planning a road trip, they heard strange noises coming from Donna's room. Lou went to investigate. Suddenly, he felt attacked from behind and a sharp pain on his chest. When he lifted his shirt, he saw 7 deep, bleeding scratches across his chest, 3 vertical and 4 horizontal. Donna and Angie, now terrified for their lives, decided to consult a medium. During a seance, the medium told them a heartbreaking story. She claimed that years ago, before the apartments were built, a 7-year-old girl named Annabelle Higgins had lived on the land and her body had been found on the property. According to the medium, Annabelle's spirit was lonely and, upon seeing the doll, had become attached to it and decided to inhabit it. Through the medium, the spirit told the girls she didn't intend harm. She just wanted to stay with them and be loved. Donna and Angie, kind-hearted and sympathetic, felt sorry for the child's spirit and allowed her to stay. They believed they were helping a lost soul, but they had made the greatest mistake of their lives. They had given a non-human, demonic force permission to enter their lives. After the attack on Lou, all doubt was gone. This entity was not benevolent. They contacted a priest, who, realizing the gravity of the situation, referred the case to 2 famous paranormal investigators, Ed and Lorraine Warren. Ed and Lorraine came to the apartment and, after reviewing the evidence and talking to the girls, came to a horrifying conclusion. Ed explained that no human spirit ever possesses an inanimate object. Human spirits attach to places, not objects. What they were dealing with was a non-human, demonic entity pretending to be the spirit of a little girl to gain their trust. The Warrens explained that the entity had not possessed the doll, but was using it as a conduit or instrument to reach its true goal, the possession of a human soul, specifically Donna's. The message "Help Lou" had only been a distraction to divert their attention from its real target. At the Warrens' request, a priest performed an exorcism and cleansing ritual in the apartment. Ed and Lorraine Warren then locked the doll in a special glass case in their occult museum. A sign was placed on the case. Warning: do not open. For years, the doll remained behind glass, becoming a symbol of restrained evil. But even behind the glass, its ominous influence continued. The tragic story of a young man who mocked the doll and later died became a warning to all visitors. After the deaths of Ed and Lorraine Warren, many believed the Annabelle story had finally come to an end. The museum was closed, and the fate of its cursed objects became uncertain. But the responsibility for the museum's most dangerous item, the Annabelle doll, fell to another man, Dan Rivera. Dan Rivera, lead investigator of the New England Society for Psychic Research and the Warrens' trusted protege, was chosen as the new guardian of Annabelle. He was the one who transported the doll, cared for it, and presented it during paranormal tours. Dan was well aware of the doll's power and always treated it with the utmost respect and caution. But even the greatest caution may not be enough. And so, the story of Annabelle reaches the present. Just a few days ago, in July 2025, Dan Rivera was conducting a tour called Escape Demons. As usual, he had Annabelle with him in her sealed case. On July 13th, a shocking event occurred. Dan Rivera was found dead in his hotel room in Pennsylvania, just steps away from the very doll he had guarded for years. The news of Annabelle's guardian's sudden death sent shockwaves through the paranormal community. Though officials did not declare the cause of death suspicious, a terrifying question began to form in everyone's mind. Was this a natural death? Or had Annabelle claimed yet another victim after years of silence? Was Dan Rivera, the man who had been closer to the doll than anyone else, its final sacrifice? Annabelle's story began with a gift. And even after more than 50 years, it seems it hasn't ended, perhaps only just begun. Whether we believe in it or dismiss it as legend, the story of Annabelle reminds us that there are forces in this world beyond our comprehension. The real Annabelle, with her soft, harmless appearance, teaches us that evil doesn't always come in monstrous forms. Sometimes, it hides behind the most innocent of faces. What do you think? Do you believe in haunted objects like Annabelle? Or are these just legends meant to scare us? Share your thoughts down in the comments. And if you enjoy true and terrifying stories like this one, don't forget to subscribe so you'll be the first to see the next videos.